Okie dokie. I'm waiting for the news, and there was no news. All right, here we go. Quiet on the set. Zoom Room video sponsored by the BMC.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. Coming to you live from Deltona, Florida, with two idiots misinterpreting the news so you don't have to. Lunch with Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack. Lily, give me that back. Give me that back.
Get back here. And Lily.
Not the other one. Get away from my earbuds. Okay, yes. Welcome to another edition with Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours, because they definitely deserve to be.
Definitely deserve to be questioned. That's right.
Yeah, definitely.
But yes, greetings and welcome to today's show. It is Fruck Awesome Friday. It's Friday, April 30th, 2021, here inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. You should probably show us some of your funky moves. Yeah, you see all the funky moves. That's just me sitting here bouncing in my chair. That's about as funky as it gets.
Laz has funky moves.
Yeah. I tell you what, but reminder, today is the last day to get in on the supporter rewards race for Monday. So if you haven't done it yet, do it today. Otherwise, you're going to miss out on Monday's race, where we give away 500 Kodos to one lucky supporter in the monthly giveaway. And Bridge Troll kicking us off with 300 bits today. What's up, BT?
Oh.
BT reporting that. Yeah, and I noticed that too. It was fixed for about a day, BT, as I load up some games here. BT's got himself a copy of Bunker Punks on Steam. And let's see what that's all about. Sounds cool.
Okay. It's now a marketing guy. Yeah.
Bunker Punks on Steam, $14.99, going out to Bridge Troll for his 300-bit donation. Thank you very much, BT. Always appreciate it, but let me get this to him, and then I'll swing the camera around to show you.
On. I might have some funk to play. Let's see.
Yeah. Oh, first off, yeah, where are our targets? They're gone. Totally gone off the lot, yeah. If you look out there, you'll notice that the archery target, I don't know.
Where'd they go? The archery target and the practice dummy are gone.
Are they in the deco palette? Let's see. Dummy.
Yeah.
It's still there, according to the lot.
Huh.
And
yeah.
And target with Lack and Jazz. Yeah, Jazz and Lack. Laz and Jack on it. They're actually on the property, but they're just not showing. But I noticed yesterday that actually about 2 days ago, they were back to actually saying, because again, if I bring up the deco palette, the target was renamed target with Laz and Jack, basically a picture of us on it so that you can shoot us with arrows. And that's how it's supposed to read, but then it switched back to just an archery target afterwards, and now they're just gone. Period. There we go. There's some funky music.
It's not funky.
You're missing your legs on my stream.
You've got your legs on my screen, so
Yeah.
And I've got my legs. Yeah. Never any new bugs introduced.
The visual
Because
says
we
even when they are
on
present, they work intermittently. Yes.
2 patches after release from yesterday.
That's right. And interesting new stuff to show you today. Some interesting stuff to talk about. So what are we doing? We go into patch notes? We go into the Tweeterverse?
We're going to
Take your pick.
Tweeterverse.
Out to the Tweeterverse, starting
18 hours ago.
18 hours ago in the Tweeterverse.
I quietly published another patch, 1379, around 4 p.m. to fix a few things, looking to do one more patch in the morning to address a few things, including reducing how often high-level mages can cast Torpid Torment and working on other balancing elements with it.
Yeah, like Torpid Torment, casts. Got some complaints on that.
Just a few. Then, 5 hours ago, another patch coming around lunchtime. Monsters will cast Torpid Torment far less often. Shield of Air focus cost was reduced significantly since it now must be recast more often. Belt masterwork fixes and several other important changes.
Dork with the host, thank you. Let's go ahead and increase the focus cost of that air shield. Oops, now we got to decrease the focus cost because you got to cast it 300 times because of the other bug fixes. Why do we make these changes? Why? Please, why?
Shroud math, man. Shroud math.
Yeah, I know.
But but the issue for me becomes testing is key for something like this. And which means release it on QA, ask a bunch of people to like sit there and do things, and then hard to the right, hard to the left, hard to the right, hard to the left.
I'm gonna step out and say this, okay? If we're gonna be on a TikTok release, okay? If we're on a tick and it's a bug release content, and the next release is a content release, okay? Then if you're fixing something in the content release month, then it should be on QA for that partial month, for the whole month of the bug fixes, and then released to live finally the next month. Not just bang, put it out there, because we're already seeing all sorts of funky stuffs. Yeah, no, Azazel, no.
A lot more funky stuff.
We're just seeing all sorts of stuff with the new Panopticon, the Obsidian Panopticon already, because, it had testing. It kills me.
So do they test? Yes and no. They do test locally very, very quickly. But
on the GM
do they party up? Do they actually do things? Do they play as if they were a normal player? The answer is no, because they're always in GM God mode.
I have some information sort of on that, but
so they don't test at all?
No. Actually, if you notice that there's been an abundance of bug fixes going on. I was talking to somebody a couple of weeks back, and basically the staff now gets together and is playing the whole storyline from start to finish, as a group. As a group, yes, without cheating. To find all these things. And one of the funny things that I heard during this conversation was that when they were out in the outskirts doing things, starting out they were like, well, that's not supposed to happen. That's not supposed to. That's not supposed to happen. And they found all sorts of things, because they're actually doing a playthrough.
They're actually playing.
So thumbs up for the fact that the staff is actually going through and playing the storyline. Absolutely thumbs up on that one. Some information that I've had that I haven't divulged previously, but yes, this is actually going on. So the staff is actually playing the game, but they haven't gotten to all the new stuff because they're starting from scratch. But
that's fine. I mean, because we need to think of how do we attract new players? How do we maintain those players? What do we end up doing? What they will find out very quickly is that mob AI is abysmal. It is super simple.
Well,
and it doesn't vary
Chris
that
has
much.
got that because he's been working, as we've been noting, that he's been working on adding more skills, more spells, and more stuff to the AI of creatures. So, giving a big thumbs up on all that. And Bridge Troll, absolutely. I don't want to bash them too hard. Their team is functioning much more effectively, and they are improving. So yes, absolutely on that point. And again, that's why you're seeing a lot of these older scenes getting these patches and these fixes and stuff like that as we report them. But
yes,
still, when it comes to new releases, the Panopticon's been working on for at least a couple months now. And again, I think it should have been, if we're releasing during a content release, you should put it in the content release on QA, leave it there throughout the bug fix release, and then release it on the next content release. That's the way.
So there is some discussion in chat between Bridge Troll and Azazel. Azazel says we shouldn't be doing the testing. They should. It's their product. We are the consumers. Bridge Troll is referencing the dedication of the bug test team like Econdis, Laney, and a dozen other people that are Justin included that are frequently taking those bug reports, testing them, verifying whether or not they are actually bugs. Yes, we shouldn't be doing that. But if we weren't doing that, this game would have died a long time ago.
And then there's something to be said about that also, because Azazel, not for nothing, but this is our game. We paid for it, okay? And when I say we, I mean everybody who crowdfunded this game raised the money to get this game where it is today. So why shouldn't we do the testing? If it's our game and we paid for it, we should help with that. I believe so.
Well, if you actually go back, remember my second dev challenge was to play the game from start to end of the quest line for episode 1 without cheating. That was issued, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
They are finally doing that. This game has been live in production, launched for 3 years. So episode 1 should not have as many bugs as it does currently. I'm glad that they are going back and doing these things, finally recognizing that, hey, these are the issues that we really need to do things. Azazel, I will disagree with that all day long until we actually see official
Go out to the website and sign up for a subscription and tell me who you pay. Go out to the website and tell me who it says owns it. Yeah, go ahead. Everything still says Portalarium.
Portalarium.
So, thank you very much.
The only thing that says it's owned by Catnip Games is Chris's Twitter. That's it. There's
everything else officially says Portalarium.
Portalarium.
Yes.
Your EULAs with Portalarium. Your subscriptions going to Portalarium. Everything is going to Portalarium. Steam recognizes the publisher as Portalarium.
Absolutely. So until we get that actually changed, it's Portalarium, even though we call it Portnip and many other variants of the name.
Yeah.
Yes, Bridge Troll. so do we. We understand the frustrations, and
and a lot of it is disagreements about Catalarium.
Catalarium.
Disagreements about what they should be working on. Should they be working on new content, or should they be looking at fixing old content? Realistically, it's like, I'm of the opinion that we need to attract tons of new players, which means, to me, the priority should be fixing the core
Stop
mechanics,
everything
fixing quest lines,
and fix
fixing
all the bugs.
everything, then start working on new stuff. And there's enough.
Let's open up a giveaway.
tasks
How
to be
about
done
that?
Yeah. Oh, wait, giveaways? Giveaways? Oh, yes. Reset. Yes. Open. Giveaways. Open. Yes.
But moving right along is, we've been over this a million times. Everything's still under Portalarium, so I don't care what you say. It still goes to Portalarium.
Mhm.
Yeah. But how about some patch notes?
Okay, so let's go to the patch notes.
You're starting from the bottom, working your way up. Can't
We
get
are
those on
starting
screen.
from yesterday at 1 o'clock with build number 1378 for a fix the salvage issue with
Can't
artifacts.
get that up there. Can't get it up.
Out in the Obsidian Panopticon, avatars without lockpicks may take a lockpick from a friendly prisoner no more than once a day.
That's a bug. Bug.
Yes, that's a bug fix. Then also a fix for the pattern in heraldry not showing correctly on tooltips, and the pot Rampage Island was added a new holdfast to Spindrift Island in Novia, and removed the Silverdale estates from Mistrender.
So somebody sold a POT.
Oh.
I'm going to take that yes.
Let's see.
Taking a guess. You got a bug in your ear?
Yes. Okay, and then build number 1379 from April 24th at 29th at 4 p.m. Lua should be working again.
Not.
And they fixed the French translation of any glyph for combat bar to make it shorter to fit, so it fits the window. I believe everything says foutoir. Or something like that. Yeah, and then added the lot listing in the window selector icon.
I want to talk about this.
Bird population in Sultan is now more manageable. Squawk. And several loot drop fixes. So let's talk about that lot listing.
Yes, this is a nice QOL update now added to the Windows selector up top here. And if you go down to lot listings, you're going to notice that we've got some cool new updates to the lot listings, including whether or not the lot has a basement, whether or not the lot has a dungeon, and also if you've actually named your lot deed, it'll give you the house name. As you'll see, my purple dragon in an owl's head is one of the few that actually have a name attached to them. Looks like Phil's got his Kodo store done.
Wait, how do I?
Yeah. Windows selector.
Now I need to log into Jackson and name the house as NBNN Studios.
Yes. And William, who is that? Vox has got Owl's Head Vendor, but of course, the original lot listing just had these two columns, owner name, lot type, and now having the house name, whether it has a basement or dungeon attached, is an A+ quality of life enhancement. So also being able to access it from this Windows selector instead of having to run to the town crier, also another A+ enhancement for quality of life. So kudos out there for it. And again, I love this shit. And when this shit happens, stuff that's really useful, and you can go ahead and see, what you're looking for. So if I tell you to go look for the purple dragon in an owl's head, you should be able to just pick up the lot, set the compass marker, and head on over. You set the house name actually on the deed, okay? A lot of people don't know this. I believe it's in here, where you can go ahead and where did you have to do that? Do you actually have to go to the lot to do that? I forget. There was instructions, and it's been such a long time. I'll just bring up my listing here. You'll notice that some of these just say player-owned town, water village lot. Others will say cheap scrolls, like you're seeing my purple dragon ends. I changed a whole bunch of them at one point, and then, of course, I've had to move and this and that, and I lost a lot of the names. But this made it easier to find the lot that you're looking for if you have multiple lots in several cities. Yeah, exactly. You would rename the deed. There it is, rename lot deed. There it is. You right click on it. But why don't I have... let me do it once, or is it just got to be one that's not renamed? I just saw it on one of these. There it is. Why is that one let me rename it, but the other ones don't? That's really weird. And that's already renamed.
So,
but yes,
so do you have to do that before you place the deed, or
no? If you're in the lot deeds window.
Okay.
Oh, you have to be in the town. That's why. Okay, so you can't just do it. You have to be in the town. That's why. So I can rename my owl's head. So if I do by location, I should be able to change the yeah. So you have to be in the town where the lot is. Right click on the deed, and then you can rename the lot deed to whatever you want. To be able to give it a name for whatever it may be. So that's what it is. Thank you for that, Azazel. But anyway, really cool stuff on that one. Again, how many times I closed the window and, was looking for lots or searching for stuff, and you have to run all the way back to the damn town crier. And if you're looking for a lot in some place like Adoris, that becomes a real pain in the ass. So, cool to see this available and be able to find what you're looking for just from the Windows selector. So, props on that one. But meanwhile, not so big props on, let's go to Skeggy's post. Salvaged artifact durability. Ooh, yeah. Oh, this one hurts, folks. This one hurts. Working as designed. Working as designed.
Working as intended, man. Working as intended. Okay, so I will let you carry this so that way I can do some quick work.
Yeah. So Skeggy Media says salvaged artifact durabilities, reproducible, ? Blocker, yes. Details, I salvaged my old bandit gloves into new higher durability items. Its durability is 50 of 50 with a max of 130. So do I have to pay Kodo repairs, or is this a bug? Yes, you have to pay the Kodo repairs because according to Alley-Oop, the legacy version of this artifact, legacy artifacts salvaged to become new versions are supposed to have less durability, not more, which that is actually not true. The new ones are supposed to have more durability, not less. But when you salvage them, you wind up with less. And this is quoted out of the update notes. The legacy version of the artifact, but it can still be equipped as is. To use the artifact in upgrade recipes, it must be salvaged to receive a low durability variant of the new artifact. The low durability variant can be used in the upgrade recipes and can also be salvaged for ancient essences. But that does not answer the question, Alley-Oop. If he gets a 50 out of 50 with 130 durability, if he wants to use it without confining it, he's got to pay Kodos to upgrade to fix it to 130 durability. So truthfully, truth be told, as he says here, legacy artifact salvaged to become new versions are supposed to have less durability, not more. No, the durability is 50 of 50 to begin with, and when you salvage them, they go up to 130. So they do have more permanent durability, but they start out low, which if you want full durability, you now have to pay for. I think that's totally fucked up, personally. That's just my 2 cents. Azazel, it's in the notes. And it has to be upgraded to the next level. Why? That makes no fucking sense. Okay, if I take a ring of, well, let's just take, let me get my inventory here. Let me just, yeah, let's talk about my BMC ring on my character here, okay? My BMC ring has a max durability of 50, okay? If I salvage that to get the new version of it, it should now have a new durability of 130, and I should be able to upgrade that to 130 without combining it. I shouldn't have to combine it to do anything.
Well,
I should be able to use the ring just as it is, and if not, then we have a problem. We have a very big problem at that point.
see, Laz, I kind of disagree. I think that when you salvage it, it should do 50 out of 130.
Absolutely.
Then,
Not
then,
50
then
out
you
of
can
50.
go to
Absolutely.
repair it.
I'm with you.
50 out of 130.
Right. But
that's not.
I shouldn't have to combine it to make a higher tiered artifact to repair up to that durability of 130.
Yeah.
I don't have anything that is higher than an uncommon that I found as loot. I haven't combined any artifacts at all to make higher tiers. Okay, so if I find the, you know, one of these, I have one of these, which is a legacy, and I want to make this a higher durability, you're telling me no. See, that's bullshit. So then I've got to A, find another ring, B, combine them, and you know, and then C, we're going to get to this one. Add ancient essence, so it means I have to find another artifact to get essence, so I can make the variant. Yeah. Actually, thank you. Thank you. 3 other rings. Actually, isn't that 6 other rings or 5 other rings because you need 3 and 3, or is it 2 and 2? Did they? No. See, I thought it was 4, 4, 4, and 2 for the upgrades. So you needed 4 to make one, 4 to make the next, 4 of that level to make the next one, 4 of that level to make the next one, and then 2 of that level to make the final legendary, right? So you need a shit ton more. So that's not right. Okay. End of story. I don't care who you are. That's just not right.
Yeah.
Well, Azazel,
Shroud
you're preaching to the choir on that one. We have screamed bloody murder about not getting documentation, not getting updates, stopping weekly updates, not releasing release notes a week before.
Communication.
Yeah, stopping all communications, leaving us with nothing but Chris's tweets for us to misinterpret, and we do a damn good job at that.
Or if someone's really good friends with Algarian or Devil Cult or Chris and sitting there messaging, they get tidbits of information about future plan changes. So it becomes one where it's like you're left with with conjecture on what's happening.
Well, even at that, not even that, but I know, Tina, I know. Thank you. But a lot of these discussions may not even be private. They're just questions asked in the Discord, which again, while they consider it the official Discord, neither Portalarium nor Catnip Games owns that Discord. So I've had a problem with that since day one.
Which is hilarious because it was created by the community and then they were given all the admin roles for it.
But, well, wasn't it, what's his name?
Ultima Codex guy.
No.
Yeah, it was Ultima Codex because Ultima Codex hosted the IRC server.
Hang on.
Then from there, the admin of Ultima Codex is the one that actually created the Discord.
I thought Tazar was the one who actually did it. I mean, Tazar and Ultima Codex are the 2 main mods, but I thought Tazar was the guy who actually did it.
Yeah, you might be right. It might be, but it wasn't created by anybody associated with Port of learning.
Thank you.
It's kind of like the Facebook page, the Facebook community group.
Well, there's actually two. One is
Yeah,
an official Shroud of the Avatar, which
one
nobody
is the
uses.
official, no one uses. Then you've got the community one that everybody thinks is the official one.
Yes. Tina, again, the community owns it. Either Tazar or Ultima Codex guy owns it. They were the guys who created it and then just added the developers as mods. So, even the, so if one of these guys decides one day if they're pissed off and they want to get rid of it, it goes poof. Okay. The company has no control over this stuff. And I think that's a very bad idea. I have thought that's a very bad idea since day one. And it is what it is. But, I'm all for community run stuff. Don't get me wrong there. I'm 100% behind community run stuff. But when it comes to what you call official, we have official forums, we have official website. This is where official communication should be coming. Shouldn't be coming in a Discord, shouldn't be coming in tweets. It should be coming in the official Shroud of the Avatar forums. That's where all updates, all notices, all information, or on the official Shroud of the Avatar website, even more so. Still noticing that patch notes, there's no updates to patch notes with this new system that's supposed to be in place 6 months ago. And I'm exaggerating.
That's 3 months ago.
I'm exaggerating. I know 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But new system in place, but we haven't seen this new system. We announced it, made a big deal about it, but hence still nothing. So again, official communication should come through official channels. And while I know that that's again, it is what it is, and no sense beating a dead horse. But when it comes up, I gotta point it out. That Discord can go poof at any time if it pisses off one of the owners of that Discord, and all that information goes out the window. Now, do I ever expect somebody like Kazar or the Ultima Codex guy to do that? No, the Ultima Codex guy, he actually bought Ultima Codex when it went up for sale,
and then quit playing.
I actually looked at it. It wasn't too expensive, but the revenue it was generating wasn't worth the price they were asking. So,
yeah,
and that's what it came down to. How much revenue was the website generating for the owner, and that's why the owner sold it. It wasn't generating the revenue it used to generate, so it was time for him to offload it and give it to somebody else in the Ultima community. Just a little piece of tidbit historical information there. If you all didn't know that, yes, it's all about the Benjamins. I don't care what you say, it's all about the Benjamins. When the website is no longer making money, time to offload it on somebody else and make it somebody else's problem. Yeah, I mean, Tina, I thought you might have known that, but yeah, I know it's one of them things that just wobbles the mind. But anyway, yeah, when I salvage that artifact, and you give me another 50 or 50 that I can't upgrade, and Skeggy doesn't say that you can't upgrade, and Azazel, have you tried to upgrade? Are you for sure that they can't be upgraded? I got to ask that question. And again, I guess I'm going to have to sit down this weekend and test some of this stuff myself just to see.
No, just randomly say things.
Well, I understand, according to what I'm reading, that the artifacts are dropping like water
Flies?
out of the sky these days. Yeah.
Artifacts are. See, this is my entire problem with artifacts. So even if they're considered rare drops, because like the BMC ring took us 30, 40 trolls in order to get that drop.
Depending on who you were, yeah. I think I actually bought mine because I wasn't willing to sit there and do all that.
Yeah, I think I only had to kill 5 or 10 trolls before I got mine. And for my NV longbow, I had to kill the NV angel 5, 6 times. But it is one where rare should be rare, artifacts are essentially compulsory for a lot of players, but the best made gear is supposed to be completely player made, which means we need to go refactor the entire
Sure,
system for
you take and combine
craft.
those artifacts, and you've
Yeah,
now player made a crafted artifact that is uber good.
yeah.
But
But we're spending a lot of time on artifacts because artifacts were thrown in as a cheap way to improve loot, essentially.
well,
But
um, yeah, I was gonna
what?
say on the artifact front, yeah, absolutely agree with you on that. And
Yeah.
the idea of adding more drops to artifacts so you can combine them to make even rarer
And Laz, you're
artifacts.
breaking up really bad right now.
Yeah, got nothing to do with me, probably my ISP. But
Are
upping
you doing a
the
Steam update right now or something?
huh?
You doing a Steam update or something?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting
Okay.
here on the lot. But increasing the artifact drops um, to so that you can make the higher level rarer artifacts does just really kills the rarity of artifacts to begin with. I mean, I think an artifact should have like a 1 in 1,000 drop rate personally, and make them truly rare so that somebody who got 4 BMCs to make that next level BMC ring did a whole hell of a lot of work. Not went out to the troll bridge and spent an hour out there, got 50 freaking rings, and then combined them to make a legendary artifact. And Jack's got an incoming call. Yeah, well, that new special gem is supposed to be doing things for imbuing skills, not imbuing magical enhancements, as far as I understand, Azazel. Um, but and an epic artifact has 100% to get. Yeah, see now that's again that's bullshit because I personally am probably never going to combine artifacts to get to epic. That's just me. I'm not interested in it. They work for so yeah. Thank you, Bridge Troll. Collect 104 items to get one. No way. I just don't see it. And
Yeah.
what I really didn't see was if you needed 4 rings to make the next level, and then you needed 4 of each of those, of those levels to make the next level.
32, 64.
Why did they make the last level just 2 of each? No, you should have just left it at 4 and made it that much harder to reach the legendary level. But again, that's just my opinion. I think that they make it too easy to do this, which makes, and again, everything I'm reading says that you can go out to a scene and collect 10, 20 artifacts in an hour now, without batting an eye. So I may just go out and try that. But another change, and I haven't read up on all this yet, but let's get to it. Speaking of the troll bridge.
Oh, what about it?
Troll bridge no longer spawns friendly NPC. Owlsley says he went out to the troll bridge and he cleared it, and the friendly NPC no longer showed up. And of course,
so that quest is broken?
No, as designed. Troll bridge removed. We never got to it yesterday. We've still got crap loads of updates from release notes, but he points to the release notes. Troll bridge removed the special random encounter message when entering the scene and the friendly NPCs that sometimes arrive after defeating the trolls. And Sanyo comes in. The friendly aftermath NPCs no longer appear in Troll Bridge because the scene isn't a random encounter like it once was. Those special NPCs are intended only for random encounters. Good answer, Sanyo. Let's make it a random encounter because you really screwed it up by making it a scene with the Troll Bridge. I know people complained that they had to wait in line for it to respawn, so the answer is to make it an automatic respawn once somebody enters it, and make that random encounter just pop right up once somebody enters it, so there is no problem. Because now when you go out to the troll bridge, and you cleared a scene, now you still got to wait 6-10 minutes, whatever the timer is, before you can go back in and farm it again. So the random encounter, even though people were complaining, and again, this is one of them band-aids that really wasn't a band-aid. The complaint was people had to wait too long between spawns of the random encounters. So somebody's bright idea was to make it a scene. Well, same problem exists in the scene that we had in the random encounter, except everybody can now enter that scene and battle for what's in it while you're in it. Should have just made it a instant respawn once somebody went in. So if there was a line outside, once somebody got in, the next one respawns. Once somebody gets in, the next one respawns. And that would solve the problem and allow people to farm the area. Changing it to a scene, and yeah, I wasn't happy with it. I'm still not happy with it, Tina. But making it a scene did not fix the problem of, what it did was it stopped the complaints that I'm standing out in the overworld waiting for the troll, but if you run into it after I ran into it and I've cleared it, you got nothing in there and you've got an empty damn scene, which did not fix or address the problem. So nice to see the scene, but I think it should go back to a random encounter and the spawn timer should be instantaneous once it's activated. So I just wound up moving over to another troll. I think you all know where that troll is. It's in one of the, now I forget where it was. I'd have to look in my notes, but you can go to the other troll and he respawns like every 2 minutes or within 2 minutes after killing him. Yeah, the Virtus Pass troll, thank you. So you kill that troll and you don't even have to go nowhere. Just stand there for about a minute or so and he respawns, boom, respawns, boom, respawns, boom. So I took the move over to Virtus to do my farming when I was doing it. Yeah, I collect everything in that area. There's some good mining there. There's some wood there. Couple other interesting things that I recall. I think there's a couple other spawns that are cool to kill and get some experience with while you're out there, excluding the troll itself. So, but yeah, you can gain some silver while you're doing it, which is really nice. I think there's 2 or 3 nodes out there, Tina. Been a while since I've been out to Virtus to do that. But hence, that is the answer to that question. But again, when addressing issues that the community comes to you with, address the issues. Don't do what we do and misinterpret it and then take your take on it and say, oh, this is what they wanted, like they did with crafting of scrolls. We asked to increase the crafting of scrolls. We didn't ask for you to change it, add a component to it, and make it a batch recipe. We just wanted you to up the damn number from 20 to 50 or 99. We didn't ask you to make them in batches of 12 that you only get experience for 10 from, which also made no damn sense. Because you know what? I'll just craft them one by one to get my experience. Truth be told, I'm too lazy to do that, so I take the XP loss because I really don't need the XP at this point. But taking into account when the community asks for something, understand what it is that the community is asking for before making changes like that. Because that change did not help anybody. If anything, it just reinforced the fact that, oh, well, there's nobody standing on the overworld. That's because they go into the scene and then they find an empty scene and they either wait or, I don't know what people are doing out there. Anybody going out to the troll bridge trying to farm it anymore out there? Shout out and let me know.
Why would they do that?
Well, I don't know. Maybe they don't know any better.
No clue.
There's more than that, depending on how far. Yeah, I know that. I usually just work that one, that one strip where the troll is. I don't really go beyond that because it doesn't make sense. By the time I finish farming it, the trolls usually respawned. At least that was the case when I was farming it. So, but little things like that. Sanyo's got an absolutely great answer to it. That's supposed to be for random encounters, so that makes sense. But,
Hey, I mean, if we knew about these design changes and they were announced somewhere, we wouldn't get useless bug reports.
Yeah. And Serenia reminded us that it has the daily in it for the troll toenails. You know what? I don't think I've ever done that quest. Ever. Uh, and the one time I tried, I didn't have any luck, and I said, you know what? I do fine without it. Don't need it. Don't need it. And I'm about just sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me one
Yep.
second.
Oh, damn. I'm being asked to fix shit at work. But
Tell him to
yes,
wait.
where are we at on the patch notes, man?
We finished the patch notes.
The release notes.
Oh, well, release notes. We can jump over to some of those. We were at we
A
finished the
small
gold
ball
and
of
silver
clay.
goblets. So
Yeah.
after that, whatever's after the goblets there, if you want to pick up there.
This
Small
is the funny
number.
part. This is the funny part because if you think about this, this could all be consolidated in one thing. A small number of mundane items, primarily mugs, cups, goblets, have been reassigned to mundane item salvage tables. This means items now have a small chance to provide interesting rare results when salvaged. The small ball of clay has been added to the game and drops from salvage results from ceramic pottery type items. A recipe will soon be added to the game, which will allow these balls of clay to be combined into clay blocks. Additional uses for clay will be added into the future of the game. Pottery. Mini maps have been removed from bookseller merchants, but imps now have a very significant chance to drop all maps. These are the maps that are recently added to crafting recipes to create framed versions. So go hunt your imps because they're so pervasive in the world.
So many of them out there, yeah. And
Yeah.
lose all your gold while you're fighting the imps. Yeah. Well, and that change just doesn't make a whole bunch of sense. Yeah, Crossfire, gotcha on that one.
Yeah. Then after that, mini maps. These maps will now also have salvage options for wood pulp with interesting salvage results to come in the future. So
Interesting. Yeah.
don't scrap your maps yet. Here's a list of mundane items that were addressed in this round of salvage love.
Long list.
Yeah.
Now, again, we were talking yesterday about the goblets. Did we actually resolve that yesterday?
No.
Gold and silver goblets now provide more gold and silver scraps. Stolen versions of the goblets provide significantly less gold and silver scraps, but they're still worthwhile to steal. They're only stealable. Was I correct in that, or did somebody come up with something? I mean, you can't craft them. Can you buy them? Can you craft them? They come as loot. That's what it was. Okay. And the last time I got a goblet as loot, never. I don't think I've ever gotten one as loot. So I get more cutting boards and rusty spoons than I've ever gotten. And I'm gonna guess that the loot only drops in a certain area. Yeah, rare, but you get them. So yeah, Crossfire again is while we were talking about this yesterday. You could scrap a ring to get scraps. The amount of gold needed to get 12, I mean, you would have to invest, I want to say 20, 30, maybe even 40 ingots to craft jewelry in order to salvage that jewelry in order to get a dozen scraps so you can make one more ingot. So the rate of scrap versus, just it's not worthwhile. The idea was we want gold and silver scraps to offset the usage of 4 gold or silver bars for everything you need to craft, like everything else. Instead of for, you would use 2 and 12 scraps. And I actually believe if you look at the recipes, let's pull up the recipe book here for a second. What would that be under?
What are you talking about?
Gold ingots. That would be under smelting. Ingots. Refined materials. Gold ingot. Here we go. So gold ingot requires 4 gold ore, a mold, same thing. Silver ingot, 4 silver ingots, and then gold ingot from gold scraps requires 12 gold scraps and 2 ingots. But the amount of ingots put into jewelry in order to get 12 gold scraps, just not worthwhile. And if you're only getting 2 or 3 out of those goblets, God knows how many goblets you got to steal and scrap in order to get 12 just to use them.
Remember, stealing gets you half.
Well, again, if they're so rare and loot, the only real good way to get them is to go steal them. So God only knows how many you have to steal in order to get a dozen just for 1 gold ingot or 1 silver ingot. We want scraps to be on level with wood scrap. Okay, do we really have to write it out and explain to y'all what this means? Yeah.
Yes.
And when we do, they still misinterpret it. And they're even worse than we are when it comes to stuff like that. But
hey, man, we're gonna fix crafting. Here's a batch of 12.
Crossfire Bug's Eye. We have tech in the game, and I noticed because I was one of those people who got to test it, where you could take and make gold ingots out of coins. Or coins out of gold ingots. I'm sorry, coins out of gold ingots. So you could print your own money. I think it should also be the other way around. I should be able to take and smelt my gold coins down to make ingots. How about that? Want to talk about a gold sink? You'll find a lot of people trading in some gold to make gold ingots so that they don't have to go out and farm it. I would guarantee you'd find a lot of gold disappearing from the game going that way. Oh, excuse me. A little jammed up over here. That would be a great, we misinterpret the bug report, so you don't have to. That's right, Tina. Tell them.
No, never.
But a long list of stuff there, and then we'll do 1 or 2 more here today before we get ready to wrap. There's a whole bunch of stuff. So wooden bowls, plates, test tubes, shovels, sights, rusty mugs, ladles, knives, spoons, forks that I was talking about, all that stuff now salvageable.
Yes. Then plantering and watering only consumes a bucket of water 10% of the time.
Not actually true.
Shh, it's been Shroud math, man.
Shroud math. Sometimes it could be 1, sometimes it could be 14, but it's 10%. Yeah. I think they should have just made it 1 bucket equals 10 waters. Be done with it. Not this Shroud RNG. Math. RNG. Yeah. 3.
Then the planting of the seeds requires you to have that number of buckets in your inventory.
Which broke that. So you still have to have a whole crap load of water in order to do your planting. So another one of jump first, look second.
Yeah.
Crafted belts can now be enchanted and masterworked.
Yep. Then after that,
crafted a belt. Why?
That be masterworked.
No, I'm talking about the next one coming up. Jar of Yeast Culture has been renamed to Yeast.
Yes.
Why? Did that really need a change?
Well, now the yeast is actually just going to be in a
in the same jar.
in granular, format, and it's going to be a little mound. And
I make
as soon as
lines
you
out of
put,
that.
yeah, yes, you're going to be able to do lines out of it. And the jar is the jar. So you're going to have to individually pick up all those yeast cells and drop them individually into the jar to get the jar of yeast culture.
Now, I know that has long been a complaint that people couldn't find the recipe, and the basic premise was you had to buy your first jar of yeast from the merchant, and then you could then
Culture
grow
it.
grow your yeast and culture it. Yes, I know many.
You've got your starter sourdough.
Absolutely, and I know many a home brewer. I never did it myself, but I know many a home brewer that used to have refrigerators full of yeast culture.
Tina, Laz better know what how yeast works since he was
Yes.
a fucking chef for decades.
Yeah, hold on.
Me?
I was a chef. I was not a baker. Two different worlds. Baking is
Hey
a
man.
science. Chef is an art form. Big difference. But yes,
So you
I
were a
do.
master at plating shit. That's what you're saying.
It
That's
is.
the only thing you know how to do in the kitchen was yell at people to cook it for you, and that you knew how to plate it.
You
Is
know,
that all what you're saying?
well,
So
no,
you're a master plater?
being a garde manger and doing that, that was my job at Jacob Javits. I had a staff of 20 under me back in the late 80s. My job was to go in and say, give me this, give me this, give me this, and then bring it to me out in this room. And my job was just to lay it out and make it all look fucking pretty. That was my whole job.
Laz, you completely missed my. You're a master plater.
Yes, I know. I
It's
saw where
like
you were going with
seriously,
that.
how can you miss that?
I didn't miss it. I just ignored it.
Well, so is cooking in general.
Yes,
Cook,
chemistry is science. That's right.
so that's the cooking elements as well as the baking elements.
Hey,
But yes,
I can bake some mean stuff, but I prefer not to because baking is just a pain in the ass and fucking messy.
so how do you make lasagna, man?
I don't.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we are way past time on everything.
Of
We do have to
course.
thank our sponsors for doing everything,
That's
and
right.
we do have to pull giveaways and things like that.
Don't forget, if you're going to donate to be in the race, today's the last day. You don't have to do it while we're live, but if you're watching in replays, today is the last day to get in on the subscriber race happening on Monday. Of course, don't forget the BMC wants you to check out Black Rock Cove and all their crafting goods merchants out there. WRFB, Radio Free Britannia, for all your in-game entertainment. Catching us every Monday through Friday live at 12 noon Central Standard Time, or Nude Britannia time as we'd like to prefer it. Hourly world news and music throughout the day. Shroudmusic.com for ABC files. If you need some ABC files to get started, go check it out. If you want to share some, go out there as well. And of course, our favorite sponsor, where Jack and I sell all of our goods, buy most of our goods when we need them, is shroudmarketplace.com, the place to go buy or sell all your virtual vendable goods. 200 plus independently owned and operated shops out on the marketplace gives you a real marketplace with real healthy competition. So if you're looking for goods, everything and anything from accounts, clothing, coinage, crafting, deco, housing, pets, rares, and services, all available out on the marketplace, and all sorts of great services. Everything from leveling services, wedding services, music services, gusball services, and of course, don't forget moms or refining services, because mom is the patron saint of lazy avatars. You've been out in the mines mining all day and you just don't want to spend all that time behind that hot smelting station. Well, mom will do it for you. Hire mom and she'll smelt all that ore and give you nice, pretty, shiny ingots in return. And it's cheap too. Is there no limit to the amount you do for that, mom?
No, that's per 1,000.
Per 1,000. Okay, so just so we know. I was gonna say I got about 50,000. 250. It's a bargain. But yes, thank you all for joining us here each and every day. Of course, thank you for tuning in today. And we've got to go ahead and wrap things up. Pull the final giveaways of the day. So if you're not raffled up, sorry, it's too late. We're closing the giveaways. At least I am. I don't know if Jack's done his yet. Picking ourselves a winner. And Box Try, you are the winner. Let's see what Box Try's got himself a copy of. As we scroll on down the list.
And
Box
Serenia won
Try
on my stream.
got himself a copy of Inquisitor Deluxe Edition on Steam. And that is currently.
And Serenia got herself a copy of Blazing Chrome.
$4.99. Barbie's Bad Behavior. Box Try, congratulations. And of course, again, thank you all for joining us here. We'll be back with more on Monday, and maybe we'll get these release notes finished. Maybe not. We'll see how things bring us.
Probably not.
Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack, and Blazing Chrome is $17 on Steam.
Yep.
Thank you for
we
watching.
are NBNN. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy Release 89. We'll see you all on Monday.
Bye-bye.